Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jaditha, and on this channel we talk about all things mindset. We talk about your beliefs, we talk about your fears, we talk about all the things that you would need to create your dream life, because I'm trying to do the same thing. Now, with that being said, let's get into today's topic. So today we are going to talk about some of the top secrets to becoming mentally strong and just improving your mindset and being that person who has the mentality to go through anything and pretty much figure it out. So I'm going to share with you 3 secrets to becoming mentally strong. So the first thing that I would do to become more mentally strong is to realize that your beliefs are completely up to you. This is something that you're going to hear me say on this channel all the time, because this is the main way, the main reason, the main thing that helped me to completely change, who I was being, which helped me change the decisions I was making and so on and so forth. It's your beliefs. It's you literally get to change what you believe to fit into the life that you want to have, right? And you'll know if your beliefs serve you based on the life that you're living. Do you like what you're living? Do you like the way you feel about yourself? Do you like the way you think? Do you like the way that, or do you like the people that you're friends with? It's all those things are created from belief, who you believe you are, what you believe you have to offer to this world, the value that you place on yourself. It all stems from what you believe. And we come into this world, and our parents, they give us their beliefs. The friends that we make as we grow up, they lend us their beliefs as well. Society, as you grow up and you're born into this society, there's automatically beliefs that are ingrained in you as you age, right? So there's always going to be new things to believe. There's always going to be so many things to that you could choose to believe, right? I like to think about it like this, it's like a buffet. Life is like a buffet. You go in and you eat and you have as much as you want, right? So the food is your beliefs. You can go in and you get to choose whatever serves you, and whatever tastes like shit to you, whatever you're tired of eating, whatever you've had enough of, you just put it down. Stop going back for seconds, right? That's the same thing that you can apply to your beliefs. If you've been believing certain things for so long, if you've been believing money is the root of all evil, right? And you just have never had any, then you have to change that belief, because once you change that belief, you can see that money is not the root of all evil. It's the person, it's who you are, who you become when you have the money, that is either judged as being good or evil, right? So it's those type of beliefs that I'm talking about that you need to change, right? And it helps you to become mentally strong because you realize that you are in control. You are totally 100% in control of your life. When you look at the things that you do and don't like about what's happening in your experience, realize that whatever you don't like, you can change by simply choosing to believe something different. So you're taking responsibility for your life. You're not just saying, well, this is how it is, this is how it's got to be, this is what I'm used to. No, this is just what you're believing. You believe that you're stuck because of this, or you believe that you have to be this type of person because your parents told you this, or because society told you this. You know what I mean? You get to change what you believe, and that in itself just helps you to become mentally stronger, because you have full autonomy over what you believe. You have full autonomy over your mind. You have full autonomy over your thoughts. And when you take responsibility for those things, you realize that it does not matter what anyone has to say outside of you. It doesn't even matter if people believe in what you believe in. All that matters is that the beliefs that you have is helping you to create the life that you want to have. The next secret to becoming mentally strong is experience, okay? That's the only way you actually grow as a person, is by experiencing things, is by experiencing different types of people. So what that means is you have to be willing to put yourself out there, right? If you want to be someone who's resilient, you have to be put in situations that make you resilient. You can't be resilient, you can't be courageous, you can't be fearless if there's nothing to be fearless about, if there's nothing to overcome. And this is why sometimes what we see as challenges are actually lessons that are meant for us, meant to make us into the person that we ultimately need to become to have the life and have the things that we say we want to have, right? So you have to be willing to go through certain experiences, because every time you go through something, it's your job to learn from it. It's only a waste of time if you don't walk away with a lesson or a blessing. Like, that is when it is a waste of time. But you literally get to pick and choose what it is that this situation was trying to teach you. Like, what was this situation trying to make you into or trying to make you believe, right? Because everything that you experience is happening for you. So be open to those experiences. It's the only way you learn. You don't get to become someone who is financially responsible by never making mistakes. Like, you don't get to become someone who takes risks without making mistakes. Like, you have to be put in these situations where you make the choice to get uncomfortable, because each time that you do, you're giving your brain new experiences to work off of. You're giving your brain new lessons to work off of, and that is like the only way you grow. Like, if you want to grow fast and quick, like, fail as many times as possible, because every time you fail, if you walk away with a lesson, like, you are going to be so much better because of it. You're going to be so much smarter because of it. You're going to know more of what you want and more of what you don't want. Like, overall, there's just nothing to lose when you fail if you choose to believe in that. Perceive failure as something that helps you, grow, that makes you into a better person. Like, you get to perceive everything that you go through in a way that is beneficial to you. And this goes back to your beliefs, right? Like, you get to choose to believe that everything that I'm going through right now is meant for me. Like, it's not that I'm alone. It's not like I deserve less than. It's not that I'm not worthy of. It's just that this is what it takes to get to where I want to be. And the sooner I realize that, the sooner I look at the patterns, the cycles, all the things that I feel like keep repeating in my life, the sooner I learn those lessons, like, that's the sooner I get to the life that I want to live. It's the sooner that all the dreams that I have are going to come true. So it's never that something is working against you. It's never that the devil is trying to get you down. Like, it's not that. What it simply comes down to is your choices and your beliefs and your actions, okay? And how all of those things are aligning with the bigger goal or the mutual goal that you have for yourself. So the third secret to becoming mentally strong is believing in a higher power. Like, of course, like, if you don't believe in something bigger than you, if you don't believe that there is something, some way, somehow, some force in this universe that's literally creating based off of what you're saying, based off of what you're doing, if you don't believe that there is something outside of you that's giving you assistance in creating this big life that you want, like, if you don't believe in that, I don't know how far you're gonna get, right? Like, I just don't know, because we as humans, like, we take the little things for granted. Like, the fact that we are on a rock floating in space, the fact that we are held down by this force called gravity, the fact that, like, the fact that the sun rises every day, the fact that the moon comes out every night, like, these are the little things that we just pass for everyday things because they happen every day, right? And it's become so normal that we don't actually look into how, like, magnificent that shit actually is. Like, really think about what it means to be human. Think about all the cells that creates this person that you believe is you. Like, there's just so many magical things about this human experience that we take for granted, or that we don't think about and, have gratitude for enough. And that's because, like, it happens every day. Like, it becomes the new normal. You don't see it as something that's extraordinary, right? Your ability to breathe without trying, your ability to learn and grow, to walk, to change, like, all these things are being monitored by a higher power. And that higher power is always here to help you and to serve you, right? And that's how you're able to really get things done. Like, this is how you're able to manifest an experience where you get to create a life doing exactly what you love, where you get to decide and believe that you actually don't have to work hard. You don't have to work every single day of your life just to create enough money to take vacations, to live this certain type of lifestyle. Like, whatever it is success looks like to you, like, that's how you get there. It's by believing in a higher power, because when you can believe that you're not doing it alone, it feels so much easier. Like, when you can believe that there is something that bigger than you, right? There's something that you can pray to. There's an energy, there's a creator, right? Who created you. Like, when you remember that you came from energy, and also remember that energy cannot be destroyed, like, it cannot be. So that means that the energy that created you has always been in existence, right? It's just been transforming, it's been evolving. Like, when you die, your soul, your energy goes back into the world and then it comes out again, right? Like all of that, we take that for granted. We have a creator who will literally conspire to make sure that we get the things that we want. But the only way you get to experience these things is by first believing that they're even possible. And once you can believe that it's possible, then you have to start making sure that your actions align with that, right? And that means, like I said in the last point, which is having experiences, getting out of your comfort zone. It's like trusting that things are going to work out for you, sometimes taking the jump without knowing exactly where you're going to land. You have to be intuitive as well. And the only way that you become more intuitive is to keep remembering who you really are. And who you really are is a spirit having this human experience. You're meant to be happy. You're meant to experience things that sometimes don't feel good, because it's not about feeling good all the time. It's about, like, what do you do when you don't feel good? Like, what do you do in those moments where it feels like everything is going wrong? Like, that is the point. These are the reasons your spirit came here. Your spirit came here to evolve and to transcend this human experience. Something I always say to myself, like when I'm starting to panic or when I'm starting to feel like overwhelmed, I always tell myself like just breathe, because right now you're being very human. Like, don't forget who you really are. Like, don't forget who created you. Don't forget what you're connected to, right? And when I can remember who I am, like, I can get back on track very, very easy. But you have to have that belief in a higher power. And that's 50% of what makes me mentally strong. It's just that my belief that I am not doing this alone. And that as I continue to walk on my path, there is something, a force and energy, some call it God, some call it the universe, that is working in my favor. I call it both, okay? So I really, really, really do believe in that. And I really don't know another way than to believe in a higher power, okay? So those are my top 3 secrets to becoming mentally strong. I hope that this list helped you, and I hope that you bloom today, because I know I did. And I will see you guys on the next video.